Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my updated makeup collection and how I kind of have everything stored. I had a couple requests to do a video like this. I've definitely minimized my collection, but by no means is it a minimal makeup collection. I've decluttered a lot. I used to fill my declutters pretty regularly, but I've done a couple off camera, so I'm going to show you what all I'm using right now and how I have everything stored. Alright, so this is what the top of my vanity looks like. This is just a desk from IKEA, and I have a set of the Alex drawers. We'll get into those in a second. I just got some marble contact paper that's on the top, and it is very dirty, as you can see. I usually have a little like washcloth sitting over here too to kind of wipe my hands and stuff on. This little spinny thing I got from Amazon, and so right here I just have my primers. I have these two primers from Flower Beauty. I really do like the hydrating and illuminating primer. I have the Milk Hydro Grip primer, which I was really into, but I haven't really needed because I haven't been as oily. It's been winter. I'm trying out this Anti-Wrinkle Miracle Worker primer. I don't think it's doing anything yet. I really like the Dermalogica Hydro Blur primer, but it is very pricey. And then I just got a mini of the All-Nighter. Right here I've got my setting sprays. I've got an all-nighter, the Smashbox primer water, which I hardly use. I'm trying to use up this Max Fix Plus, and then I have a Morphe Continuous. I've got my Real Technique sponge. These are two new foundations and a concealer I just talked about in my haul that I'm trying out. Here are my current foundations. I'm almost out of my favorite, which is this Fenty Beauty. I really, really like it. I also really like the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage. I've been using this to mix with the Lancome. I was so excited to try this, but I just don't love the consistency, so I've been mixing the two. I also have the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation. A friend of mine recommended this to me, and you can see I use some of it, but it's been a long time since I did because it is just way too dark for me, so I'm hoping it's still good during the summer months and I get tan enough that I can use it again. Up here I've just got a bunch of Stila like glitter and glows and shimmer and glows, and then a couple from Essence as well. The Metal Shock eyeshadows, I think those are great. And then on the top here, I've just got my lipsticks. This is pretty much what I use. My favorite is the Dose of Colors right here. And then I've got like the Fenty gloss, a few different NYX lipsticks. These are all really dusty because I honestly hardly ever wear lipsticks anymore. I got the Shane Dawson Jeffree Star. Which one is this? Are you filming? And they really do smell like root beer, which is crazy. This is probably one of my all-time favorite lipsticks, and they don't make it in this shade anymore, and I think the formula is different too, but it's a soft matte lipstick in When in Rome, and I absolutely love this. It's like totally falling apart, but I love this nude so much, and I'm so bummed that they don't have it anymore. Over here, I just have these two little things that I got in like the Target dollar spot. I've got some Christmas ones too that I switch it out for, but I just have all my eye brushes and then my face brushes. They are all so dirty because I ran out of brush shampoo and I definitely need to get some more. I have this little color switch pan from Ulta. So if you don't know what this is, when you're doing your eyeshadow, if you want to use some of the same brushes or they're not clean, you just kind of swirl it around in there and they really do work. I have this little card from an order from ColourPop, and I use this to fan my face when my setting spray is drying. Obviously some tissues. Right here is where I keep all my lip liners, so not a whole lot, and a lot of them are pretty much the same shade. I've got this little dish that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I use this to comb out my lash extensions. I've just got some extras in there. I absolutely love the Laneige Lip Glowy Bombs. This one is the peach flavor. The pink one is my favorite, I think, but this one's not bad. I think they give a nice little gloss to the lips and they're hydrating. We've got some other tweezers in there, one more of those, a little facial razor, and then some Q-tips. I've got some more in my drawer, and then this has my name on the top. I got this from Etsy. And then there is my little vanity mirror. In my top drawer here, I've got two little acrylic things that have my concealers I'm using. These are my bronzers, my blushes, my highlights. These are two kind of cream liquid highlights that are really old. My favorite powder is the Too Faced Peach Perfect, and then I love the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder. I also love the Makeup Forever powder, but that's downstairs in my backpack. I've got my brow products over here. I kind of don't like that they're just free falling in here, but it's hard to find like a smaller insert that'll fit in this little spot, but I like having them right here because this is pretty much my go-to everyday stuff. I also have my highlight palettes back here. So I just got the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero. I'm so excited to have that. For a long time I've had the Sugar Glow Kit, which I really love, and then I also have this Bad Habit Oasis. Some of my other favorites in here, I love the Benefit Cookie Highlighter. I think that that is awesome. The Becca highlighters are bomb too, the Champagne Pop. I really love the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes. I think that they're really good. This e.l.f. blush I've had for a long time, but I also think is really good. And then my favorite butter bronzer. In this second drawer, I have some more of my eye type stuff. I've got my eyeliners right here. I have very few mascaras now because I do have lash extensions, so I don't really need them. I've got these little lash separator tools, which are really great to comb through your lashes. So I use this for my lower lash line. I've got an eyelash curler, which I really don't need. Another one of these little facial razors, some tweezers, this eyelash glue, which again, I don't really need anymore. Two sharpeners, this little nail follow kit, and then some lashes. You can tell I love Nicole Guerrero. I've got her lashes too. And I don't really need lashes anymore, but I'm gonna hold on to them because I probably won't have eyelash extensions forever. This next drawer, I've got a backup of like a ton of Q-tips, and then these are kind of more fine tipped ones. I've got some glitters in here, which I haven't used in a long time, but I do like to still hold on to them. Here I have, let me take this out. Here I have some more liquid lipsticks. So these ones are all from ColourPop. These are more glosses really from there. And then I have some Kylie ones as well. I just don't wear lip products that often. I probably need to go through this soon. I've got some like random color ones back here, like these blues for if I ever do more fun looks again. I haven't done any of those in a while. Same with like this pink and purple. I just don't really use them, but I don't want to get rid of them, but they're probably dried out. The next drawer is my backups. So this is also where I keep kind of my paints for when I was doing more fun looks, but I've got 4 backups of the Real Technique sponge. It's my favorite. I've got quite a few brow pencils. The butter bronzer, I've got a backup of the Too Faced Peach Perfect. 2 backups of the All Nighter setting spray, a Makeup Revolution concealer, which I do really like, and then the Blender Cleanser Solid. This very last drawer has kind of my travel makeup bags in it, so I've got a couple of these small ones, and then all of my larger makeup bags to travel with. Which with coronavirus, it doesn't look like I'll be traveling anytime soon. All right, moving over to this other set of Alex drawers right here is where I keep my eyeshadow palettes. I just picked up this eyelash framed poster thing, and I just don't know where to hang it, so that's why it's sitting there right now. But I have to point out how cute are these coasters that one of my friends made me for Christmas. I have them displayed right here on my table, and then I absolutely love pink starburst, so I grab those quite often. I also have this little container here that has all of my little Polaroid pictures in it. I'd like to get a better way to display them at some point, but for now they're kept safe in there. All right, in my top drawer is probably my most used palettes. I have these from ColourPop. I really like ColourPop shadows. This Disney one I really don't use that much, but I love the packaging so much, so I'm gonna hold on to that. I have these 3 from Anastasia. I love all 3 of them. The Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. I don't wear eyeshadow a whole lot anymore, so I've been neglecting these, but I do really like all of these palettes. This is the first and only Natasha Denona palette that I own. I have quite a few Urban Decay, so I really used to love the Urban Decay Naked Heat a couple years ago. This is kind of like when I first started my channel. Brings back some memories there, and I do still like those shadows. I just never really use them. My husband bought me the Naked Smoky, which I really love the packaging for, just don't use a lot. I have the Urban Decay Beached eyeshadow palette, which I really like. It's simple, but the shadows are really pretty, and again, takes me back to a year and a half or so ago on my channel. Not that I've had a channel for that long, but 2 years is a decent amount of time, and so that brings me back because I did a whole video with this in a giveaway. I have the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, and a lot of people really liked this. If I can get it open, it's hard to do this all with one hand. And it's not bad, but I just don't have the same kind of hype for it like a lot of people did, but again, not bad. And then lastly in this top drawer, I have the Tarte Tartiste palette, and this one I've had for a while, and I really love the quality of these shadows, and they smell really good too. Second drawer, I've got some of my larger palettes. So I have the Jaclyn Hill palette, the original. I have this Carly Bybel palette, my James Charles palette. I have the Kathleen Lights So Jaded palette, which I really want to use more because I haven't. And it's really got some unique shades in there, which I think is nice for my collection. I have the Morphe 35B palette, so in case I need any colors, pretty much I'm good to go. Between that and the James Charles palette, I've got plenty of colors. I have this Laura Lee Cat's Pajamas palette, which I really like the color scheme. Again, this is so hard to do one-handed. There we go. Pretty simple, but really good shadows. Just don't use a whole lot anymore, but this is kind of where I keep my collab type things. So Laura Lee, James, Charles, Carly, Jaclyn, Kathleen, and then I have this BH Cosmetics Love in London palette, which is really great quality. I need to use this some more as well. Being on quarantine, I guess I will get to play around with makeup some more. This next drawer is just where I keep my letters for my small letter board, and then I've got like the small letters. I've got large letters, little letters, and then I have a large letter board that's in my closet. This next drawer is kind of empty right now. I do have some nail polish I don't use often. Like I said, I minimize my collection a lot, so this used to be full of other stuff, but right now it's kind of just chilling. This next drawer may be a little embarrassing, but I like to keep some of the specialty packaging of stuff. I have gone through this because I used to have a lot more in here, but some of the packaging, I mean, you paid money for this part too, and so yeah, it's just kind of sitting in this drawer, but keeping it. And then down here in the bottom, I just have some literally random ass stuff. Well, that is my current makeup collection and how I store it all. I hope some of you found this interesting. Like I said, someone requested it, so hopefully at least that person watched this and liked this video. If you have any other requests for me, I am home from work for the next month or so until this quarantine is over and they decide to let us go back to school. I'm a teacher, if you didn't know, so I'm just home hanging out with my baby girl, and while she's napping, I've got some time. So if there's anything you guys want to see, any challenges that might be kind of fun, let me know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video.